Mike on the mic, Mike lórí fèrè.
Womp on the beat.
Mike on the mic, Mike lórí fèrè.
Womp on the beat.
máa sìn, ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n máa bọ̀. Mo ti ṣèlérí o, nígbésí ayé mi, ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n máa sìn, ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n máa bọ̀. Mo ti Mike on the mic, Mike lórí fèrè.
Won't on the beat.
With a lot of expectations of what today will offer. What will today bring? All planned out on my diary. What about the unexpected? Whoa, oh, oh.
Woo! Hello, good people. Hello, people. Hello, people. You're welcome to your number one inspirational TV show, the Havilah Show, here on this platform. I'm excited today. I tell you, woo! I'm excited today. To our first time, I want to say big thank you for joining us on this show, and to our regular viewers, I want to say thank you for always being here. I still remain your humble host, OJ. And here today, without taking much of your time, our guest is in the building. Drums roll as a welcome. I call him my uncle. You call him Mike Aremu. I call him my uncle, my big uncle. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mike Aremu, your Mike Aremu, my own uncle on the show, the Havilah Show. Drums roll.
How are you?
I'm alright. Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good to see you again.
You're welcome. You're welcome to this show, the Havilah Show, here on our platform. What we do here is we inspire people. We'll bring great people to the show, and we inspire them to let people who are watching know that if you can do it, then a lot of them can actually achieve that desire in their heart. So to start with, sir, today, can you tell us about yourself? How you got to this level, from grace to grace, from grace to glory? How did it all happen, sir?
Wow, where do I start from? It's been a long journey. Let me start from where music started for me. I've been into music almost all my life. I started from a white garment church. I used to attend Cherubim and Seraphim Church. I was born into
Wow.
CNS Church.
Wow. Wow.
And the culture then was for every child to be able to play some kind of instrument.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we play the local drums, the alumoles, the
Akuba.
and bass, and all of the samba, the four corner one.
Yes.
Um, and then I just started picking up on the trumpet as well. I started picking on the
Hmm.
trumpet. I was part of the boys brigade, so I started
Hmm.
trumpet.
Hmm.
So I went through all the instruments, a bit of every instrument, the keyboard, the trumpet. The trumpet was my major, but then I started learning keyboard,
Hmm.
bass, talking drum. Started
Wow.
a bit
Wow.
of those, a bit of
Wow.
Hawaiian guitar, the guitar itself. Everything that I could lay my hands on,
Hmm.
I started learning. I started playing. And then until so the trumpet was my major for a while until
Hmm.
maybe so when I moved to Lagos, I started going to the Revival Assembly, Pastor Anselm Matuguko, and then we were in Orisha Street
Okay.
before they moved to Ogba where they are now. So and then we were having a rehearsal one day with one of a guy called Sonny Johnson. He he was a drummer, very nice, happy-going guy, but he could play a bit of the saxophone. So and I said, okay, can I just play the sax? And then he said, okay, you give me the trumpet. So for the first time in my life, I was able to touch.
Wow. Wow.
So and then he taught me the D scale just there and then, and I thought I could do this thing.
Hmm.
So I did
Hmm.
that, and then for some reason, I didn't have another opportunity, so I was begging my HOD. Then his name was Shego Benson, and I was
Hmm.
asking, please, bros, can I just take this? Shego, can I take this saxophone home? So one day, he finally granted me to be able to take it home. So
Yes.
that opportunity, I said, I took it home on a Sunday after Sunday service, and the next rehearsal was Thursday. And when I came on Thursday, I was
Hmm.
I was sounding like I'd been playing forever. So in a way, in
Wow.
4 days, I was sounding fantastic. You know, the fact that
Hmm.
people didn't even, they just know, wow, you sound great. They didn't say, oh, you just started.
It's just 1 week.
They just believe that Mike plays every instrument. Maybe that is one of, his new thing.
Hmm.
So, and then, and that's my journey. I started playing like that. Then, of course, went to school, went to Federal Poly Laro, did my electrical electronics engineering, went to University of Maiduguri to try and do physics electronics. Um, then, so I was in Maiduguri and I came back. I was schooling in Maiduguri for my, I did a direct entry there. Then I got back to Lagos and I saw Agbola Shada and said, bro, when I
Okay.
he heard me play the saxophone. He said, "Oh, boy, your boy good now. Oh, good now. My ball house on the rock. My ball house on the rock."
Wow.
And that's how he, introduced me to House on the Rock. And there you go. And then, in House on the Rock, serving. And then I also started playing at Strong Tower. It was
Wow.
Strong Tower is
Yeah.
a charity. What's it called? An orphanage, Little Saint.
Little Saints Orphanage. Yes.
So
Yes.
I was there as a volunteer musician, just because of the kids. So, and then that's where it started. And then I was playing everywhere.
Hmm.
I was a session man. I was
Hmm.
playing House and Rock. I was playing. Of course, I started from Revival where it all began. I played
Yeah.
everywhere. I played in nightclubs. I played everywhere. I, as a young man, I just was enjoying
Hmm.
music. I was enjoying
Hmm.
my craft was taking shape. I was going to
Hmm.
school and I sent myself to school literally with playing music. So it was part
Wow.
of my life. I was just
Wow.
enjoying it, but then it was bringing money.
Hmm.
But eventually, in 1999, in 1998, we did this Kenny's Music Easter Festival, and I was backing um, Kenny St. Brown, Kingsley,
Okay.
Lancaster, Kingsley. We were just the house band for that concert.
For the concert.
So
Yes.
before the concert at we had it at Lagbaja's, what's it called now? Motherland.
Motherland, yes, Lagbaja, yes.
So, I was playing, and before the show started, I mean, the crowd were just mesmerized by the instrumentals.
Wow. Hmm.
Myself on saxophone, Agbola on guitar,
On keys, on guitar, yes.
Sammy Oposo actually on keyboard,
Wow.
on late Victor James on drums,
Oh.
Abiodun Akibi on drums. Uh,
Hmm.
so, anyways, that's how I would say that I was discovered
Hmm.
then. So
Hmm.
since then, Kenny's music and Uncle Kenny, Keke Odungbe has been saying, Mike,
Dugbe, yeah.
oh yeah, come and record.
Wow.
Or do you have any recording? So fortunately, I'd started recording. I started a project where um, I wasn't thinking the music wasn't for Nigeria as far as I was concerned, because it was jazz. It was,
Yes.
So I recorded it, and then I did it as Z Mirage. I won't forget, it's Z
Hmm.
Mirage. Then so I sent a copy of the my recording to Kenny. He was like, "Wow!" He loved it so much. I'm like, "Wow, okay." He said, "Wow." So he wanted to start playing down. And I said, "No, sir, that's not the I can do it." That's how I started the dance project. So that was my first
Hmm.
album, released
Hmm.
September 1999, 21 years ago, almost 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
21 years ago.
And
Oh.
that's been the journey since then. God, it's been from glory to glory.
Hmm. Amen. Now, so who and what inspires you to do music, to do this good music that you do? Who inspires
I'd say God, but in person, I wouldn't.
you?
I
Yes,
mean,
in person.
I've grown to be so. It's self motivation,
Hmm.
not really. Some I cannot say somebody has inspired my music. To be honest, really, but along the line, you look up to people. There are people you watch. You know,
Yes.
like in my genre, I remember I used to like enjoying listening to Kenny G. Back then I just enjoyed listening to him, and I just know I just need to sound better than this guy. I just need to, and that was only saxophone. I listened to Grover Washington. I listened to a few others, Eric Marianto on the saxophone. So at the beginning, those were my influence.
Hmm.
Chick Corea actually, you know, was
Korea. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Arturo Sandoval. So all those ones were my early, motivation on music.
Hmm.
So, I just wanted to play those jazz, play those fast notes and all of that. So those at the beginning. But as you grow, you see new people,
Hmm.
I'm inspired by King Sunny Ade, for instance.
Wow.
King Sunny Ade and Ebenezer Obey, and
Obey.
because since I've been small, I've known these people and they're
Hmm.
playing today. I think
Hmm.
over 50 years, these guys have been playing
Hmm.
in their career. So I think that alone is a major. So makes me to do because of consistency in their career.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, how do you cope with being away from home for a long period of time when you have ministrations? How do you manage it?
So I think it starts from understanding. My wife already understands.
Yeah.
I believe before we got married, she knew what she was getting into.
Hmm.
And my children have grown to realize that as well. Well, that daddy when he's around, and because when I'm with them, I really spend time. We
Yeah.
I have a lot of family time. I love my family, so I guess of course when I'm away they miss me, but
Hmm.
they've realized that it's my they're used to it. I've missed Christmases. I've missed a lot of
Oh.
birthdays. My son's birthday is October 1st.
Oh, really? Wow. Wow. Okay.
October 1st, I'm playing somewhere,
Oh.
I'm playing somewhere. Most crossover nights, I'm playing somewhere. So
So-
they are used to it, and I think it's understanding and making it up to them whenever you are with them.
Hmm.
Making the
Hmm.
best. We do a
Hmm.
lot together. We travel a lot together. We
Hmm.
go out together. We do so many things together. We at least every week we go to the when everything was normal. We went to cinemas every week at least twice.
Wow.
That's how.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
we belong to the what's it called, Audion Club, or so.
Audience. Yes.
We spend a lot of time together.
Okay, now, sir, tell us, what happens behind the stage before you go on any stage or any altar? What happens? What do you do behind the stage?
So you know when I'm going to minister, obviously, because see, ministry is not just, it's not about you. You're not.
Mm,
It's not even about the people you're ministering to. It's actually about God. So what I try to do, Father, am I fit enough for my praises and worship to be accepted
mm,
to God? So
mm,
I'll just always look up to that audience. Please, Lord, this is what I'm doing. Let your Once you can, because once you can satisfy that particular one audience of God,
yeah.
you know, you can say every other thing is not as important. Yes, you can get, oh wow, this is experience, this is a big concert, this is scarcity, that also can set him. But the,
Yes.
but for me, my pursuit is, how do I raise the name of God in this place today? What, Lord, let one prayer I pray is that, do
Mm,
not let this to be business as usual. So I don't
mm,
want to get used to ministering the same way. Let every ministration come. It might be the same song, it might be the same
mm,
set, but let it come with a unique power,
mm,
tailored made for God and the people
mm,
are ministering to.
mm. So, what has been your best performance so far? Do you have any best performance? And what?
To be honest, I've had so many, and I mean, I can't say this is my best because I try to put my best. It doesn't matter to
Mm,
whether to five people in a small church of 15 people, or a congregation of a concert of 500,000 people or 1 million people. It doesn't matter to me, So I won't say I've had many bests, so many bests. I can't
so
say
many
this. Yeah.
back to back, like best, 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 coming up, coming up, coming up.
Yes.
Okay, now, what is the most what has been what do you find most difficult about being a gospel minister?
Especially for the genre that I do, when you're a gospel musiker, people tend to box you.
Mm,
Um, and it's really a major challenge, because once you proclaim you're a gospel minister, you know
mm,
you can't play in certain places, you can't for according to people. But I find that very weird, because the Bible says we are the light of the
of the
world.
world,
You
yes.
understand? We are supposed to be the light, not light of the saints alone, light of
Mm,
the world. We are
the
supposed
world.
to be light in darkness. Where
Mm,
we're supposed to, be the light where there is dark. There's no need,
mm,
if you turn on the light as bright as it is right now, it
mm,
doesn't make any much difference. As turning a light in a dark place,
mm,
everything's more significant. So
mm,
um for me, it's the fact that people just don't, they want to box you, they want, that's the
mm,
challenge I find personally. Because is this doing gospel, or is he doing, meanwhile, the first thing for any artist or any gospel musician is that you're first a Christian. you know
mm,
you are you're not you are a Christian first. So whether and I chose to do music as part of my as a gospel thing, I am a Christian. My lifestyle should reflect my belief, my faith, my belief system. So at the end of the day, it's you're first a Christian before anything. It's just like a doctor right now. Nobody calls a doctor a gospel doctor. Nobody calls an engineer
mm.
a gospel engineer. But when it comes to music, it's gospel music. So I think that's a major challenge.
But sir, I think a lot of gospel artists face this challenge. Like when the gospel artist comes up with a song, a love song,
Mm,
especially, and
mm.
comes up with a love song, they get more criticized by the public. What what do-
That's
what do you
part.
have to say about that? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. See, so would you let somebody who doesn't even know God, who doesn't
Mm,
understand the love from God's perspective, to tell you about love, to tell you the meaning of love being, the wrong side, what is called the love, what is more like a physical rather than the true love. Who I mean, God
mm.
Himself is love, and if
Yes,
you're a
sir.
Christian, if you are a Christian, you love God. You
Mm,
understand the concept, the true concept of love. For
mm,
instance, for Jesus to come, for God to so love the world to give His only begotten Son. There's a
mm,
sacrifice that comes with love. Not so you can express with that mentality, with that in
mm,
mind, with that perception. You can tell a love story better because the true love, which is Jesus, which is God, who has given His most priceless gift to us. So I wouldn't want somebody who doesn't know God to tell me about God. No,
mm,
so you should always, if I embrace, a love song from a gospel artist, because
mm,
knowing their lives, you know that okay, they understand what true love is, from
mm,
a Christian point of view, from a God's point of view. So it's no wrong. It's we're the ones
mm.
that should tell the
But
love story.
now, sir, have you performed anywhere? You've done a love song, is it piece, yeah? And someone has come up to you to challenge what you've done. Have you ever gone through something like that before?
Well, they won't come to you now. They will say behind your back or in their mind. Like, yeah. I mean, for instance, I do weddings. I do.
Yeah.
Well, how many nights ago I had right night of romance. Where I did a lot of course, non-gospel love
Hmm.
song. But
Yes.
it was shocking that there were so many pastors, because the concept was we as Christians, we don't know how to really really express love. Some, not no, I wouldn't generalize that, but a lot of Christians,
Yes.
everything is holy, spiritual. Sometimes you don't even say they love you. I love you to your wife, their spouses. So that night for me, for instance, was set aside for couples,
Hmm.
Christian couples, pastors especially, love
Hmm.
wives, dance with them. Not something, not for a worship song. No, dance properly.
Not only come in, come and eat.
Only
And I say, oh, have you eaten?
So no, So I play a lot of gigs, a lot of weddings, a lot of some of them are not Christian. You know, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter to me. It's also music for me is a means of livelihood as well as ministry. So uh, yeah, I've done. But
Yeah.
they don't come to me. They probably
They go behind.
they enjoy it. It's not that they dance. They are the ones that have danced the most.
So now, amongst your songs, which one is your favorite amongst all
Ah,
your songs?
that's a lot. I have to benefit. As a creative person, every song, a lot of songs that you do, you
Yeah.
put your all. So for me, is it okay? I've got 5 albums now, and every album has, maybe there's one that you promote based on how you perceive that people will receive the song.
Yes.
Um,
But
but
there was be one song that you so much love, sir, that
Yes,
you.
you won't believe it, but I have Vow, for instance. Vow is one of my favorite songs. See, a lot of my songs, a lot of them, especially my last 2, 3 albums, were written based on my life experiences. So
Mm,
they, I wrote them based on of course, on God's faithfulness to my life. So yes, a lot of them have to do with my. So there, how do I say this is my favorite? But there, I say, for instance, I mentioned Vow, which is I do a lot. And there is a recent one that I did, Not a Man, which means a
mm,
lot to me. There is Life Goes On, which I remember was a song when I was very depressed and I was suicidal. One of the songs
mm.
that I sang,
Wow.
and that took me out of that state of mind. Life Goes On.
Mm,
And whenever I'm very low, one of the songs I sing, I play
mm,
or I play back to motivate me, to encourage me
mm.
as life goes on. So there are many songs that I can't say one particular, to be honest.
Now, sir, about Vow, the song Vow. What is the story behind Vow? Why that song Vow?
Vow was I wrote Vow in 2006, 2007, and I was okay. So I actually started writing vow in 2006. And now because of the things I was going through, but it was solidified. Excuse me, it was solidified in 2007 when after I had been through all of those things and just managed,
Mm,
I went to pray, and I was looking for something. I wanted something back, seriously.
mm.
I
Yes, sir.
was chasing God for something that, I lost because of a failed situation. Let me put
Mm,
it. I just don't want to go into details. So, and I just felt that, I had prayed, I've gone to pray. I used to go to Orioke a lot. I used to go to pray in the mountains, and
mm,
I prayed and done everything. So, and I was becoming so weary, and but then one day I was so vexed in my spirit, and then in response to I know that God could hear, is the one who can hear the heart, who sees the intent of the heart.
mm,
And he said, Mike, if I don't do this thing now that you're asking me, would you still serve me? Because that
mm,
if this thing doesn't come into your life, that is the end of
mm,
us.
mm,
I said, wow, I broke down, and that song started, coming very clearly. And I said, I have made
mm.
a vow all of my
All my
days.
days.
You
Mm,
alone I will serve, you alone I adore. So it was a vow to say that no matter what is going on in my life, I will
mm.
still serve God.
Wow.
Never said that we will not go through in this life. We will go,
Mm.
but we go through knowing that we are victorious.
Victorious. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
winning is relative. What do you call winning? If it doesn't go your way, it doesn't mean that you have lost a battle.
Mm,
But there's
mm.
always a bigger picture. God who sees the end,
And from the
beginning,
beginning.
you know,
Mm,
knows it. So in his you should so it's winning in God's perspective. So
mm,
whether I win or lose in any perspective at all, I will serve God.
mm,
The three
mm,
the three Hebrew guys say
mm,
Meshach and Abednego. They said
mm.
if we he said if our Lord doesn't save us,
Save us.
we will still
Mm,
serve him. We will still not bow to your God.
mm,
So it's the same concept. So yeah, that's
mm.
the story behind
Now,
wow.
now, sir, practically,
Mm.
what have you been doing that makes you so relevant in the industry, in the gospel industry, in the industry at large? What do you actually do that makes you so relevant? Like you, you've been in this in the industry for years, and you're still here. You're still relevant. What are you doing, sir? I want to know.
So the thing is also God. You see, when you're when
Mm,
you're when everything about you is God, it's like when will God be ever irrelevant?
hmm.
When will God ever be relevant?
Never.
They said he has created me in his image. If it's part of his image, is whether you are like maybe there's corona, people now are running to God. They know that there's a God. They know there's something. There's one
Yes,
somehow.
they do.
No matter what God is. So because I serve the same God, monkey not a born goat. I must.
Mm, mm,
You know,
mm,
you can't say God was. You can't talk of God. God was. No,
mm.
God, he was. He is, and
And
God.
it will be.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's the same concept. Also, personally, realistically, what I do in my own by myself, I try to update myself. I try to, you have to improve on yourself. Some people
mm,
just get, very, very comfortable. I'm never I get tired easily of one level. I want to go to the other level. In fact, this is not where I want to be, but I thank God for where I am. I
mm.
thank God for where it's brought me. But this is far, even far from what I can see. Do you understand? So you have to improve yourself. When we were talking yesterday, I was telling you I edit my video.
Yeah, you told me, sir. That's actually I'm going to now.
I released my own album. I've been producing my albums, but this one like when you talk about 98% was produced.
Produced.
I mean, from
Wow.
sequencing, playing the bass, sequencing the drums.
Wow.
The only place I've had assistance was playing the key, some of the songs, and maybe
Yeah.
3 out of 14 tracks. You know,
Whoa.
somebody played the keyboard. Amos.
Drums roll to you, sir. Drums roll.
So that is me. That's the new level
Wow.
because I know. there are many things that I am trying to do.
Hmm.
So you have to keep improving on yourself. Okay, I can hear myself. What's gone? Something has changed.
Okay.
It looks
Maybe
like
it's this.
I can hear myself.
Or maybe it's the network. Because I can hear
Um,
you very well here, sir.
yeah. Okay.
Is it better? Yeah, I think it's the
Yes,
network. Yeah.
better. I was
Yeah.
hearing like an
Like
echo.
if okay. So 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 that means you produced yourself all through your album. You did everything, and you're doing videos now. You're
I,
editing because you told me yesterday that you're editing again. I said, hey, Jesus.
it's one man right. Everything I do is by God's grace myself.
Wow, wow. So what's your favorite food, sir?
My
Favorite food?
do you know we were just talking about that with my wife that your favorite? I can't say. Okay, I'm hearing myself. Let's see.
Again, I think it's the network.
Yeah,
I think it should. I think it's the network. Is it better now, sir?
I'm still hearing myself. I'm worried because when we start music,
Yes, it's clear here. I can hear you very well, perfectly. Yes.
I don't know.
Um,
Anyway, I'm not sure I have any. This
favorite.
I'm hearing my. I have
or
to. Of, hello. Ah,
it's still the same, sir.
yes. Um, 1 second. Let me see what I can do for my. 1 second, bro.
Okay. Hello, our viewers. In case you want to ask our guest any question, please just type your question on the question below. Your type of question on the comments below, and let's just ask my uncle any question, please.
One. Okay, it's
Yeah,
still doing. I don't know.
it's still
Okay. And I can't rejoin.
okay. Maybe I can sign out and we can rejoin again.
No, no. Can I
Yes, you
rejoin?
can rejoin. You
Can
can
I?
rejoin.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe I go out and join.
Okay. All right, sir.
But then I don't even know where to sign
Okay.
out.
Yeah. There's a. All right. Okay, hello viewers. Just because of the network issue, just stay with us, relax, enjoy the show. It's going to be an amazing one. I'm actually enjoying myself, learning from uh, um, my uncle, your Mike Aremu, my own uncle, Uncle Mike Aremu, here on the show, on your number one inspirational TV show, The Havilah Show. If you have any question, please just type on the comments below and let us ask him any question. Yeah, we have and to remind you also this evening by 5 p.m. UK time, we have our next guest. His name is MC Abe. We'll be laughing here today. I can't wait for us to enjoy the show. You can keep enjoying the show from now back to back. Right, we started to now and we still enjoying the show always. We're still waiting for our guest to come back on the show. Before that, let me see. Just stay with us. Stay with us. We're trying to work on the network, trying to connect. So we connect again, and he's going to join us back in the studio. But just uh, let's just run a short break. Let's go for the short break, music break, and we'll be right back after the short break. Just stay with us. Stay with us. Please don't go nowhere. Stay with us. When it's back, we come back into the studio and we continue with our interview with our special guest. With our special guest. See you soon. love that song. I love that song. Wow, that's wow. So now let's invite our guest. He's in the building again. So you're welcome back, sir.
Yes, so sorry about that break in transmission. It was on my end.
So what we're talking about your
Yes.
favorite food.
I love my lately my wife has been doing some serious upburner for me, and it seems I think it's
Jesus.
I love my upburner too, but I love my African dishes. I also love Chinese. Um, I also love okay. There's this restaurant called Lobster in America,
Hmm.
Red Lobster, as in that is my favorite. Anytime I mean, anything that any cuisine that is close to that, I love it. I love my prawns. I love so I can't say particular food. Well,
But Ogbono soup,
yeah,
like yeah.
I'm a foodie. I don't know.
So what's your favorite sport, sir? Your favorite sport?
But ah,
Football, basketball, golf,
I'm terrible.
swimming.
I'm not a sports person, but in scale, I'll say it's football because excuse me, that's the one I really, really, really
Yeah. Okay,
watch.
so in football, which what's the club side? Club side.
Uh,
Arsenal, Gunners, Chelsea.
I Ibadan shooting stars. Why must it be all those ones?
I wonder if Bado Shooting Stars are here we come.
I'm not. I don't follow big time. So some of us
So
are terrible when it comes to football.
so if you who would you like to collaborate with?
Everybody that plays good music, but who will I right now?
Right now, yes.
Um, to I would say the person I don't think I have connection with. So I have like our Nigerian artists, a lot of them because
Mm,
I have access to them. I won't, but I'm talking about people that may be difficult to have access with.
mm,
So, I love Jill Scott.
mm.
Yes. Then I'd really love to do a collaboration with Kirk Franklin. Can you imagine how will he even be? You understand? Yeah, I really would love to do a collaboration with Kirk Franklin.
Wow, wow. I'm trying to imagine how the song's going to look like
Yeah,
with,
all those odd
with his
camp
come on.
put together. Yeah. So, oh my Mikey say, oh my Mikey.
Yeah,
I don't know how that will work, but I'd love
come
to.
on. Yeah,
Go to South, right?
and with the sax. I'm trying to imagine how it's going to work. But
Yeah.
I trust you, sir. I trust you. I trust you, sir. Now, what is your definition of destiny and talent? What is the difference between destiny, like like they say in Yoruba, in Africa, in Nigeria, they say destiny means ayomo. What
Yeah.
is I don't know how to interpret ayomo. Ayomo actually means destiny.
Mm.
So now, what is the difference between destiny and talent?
Hmm. So in a way, saying what to be calling and talent or calling, I
Hmm,
think like your bars very well define it. And your
define
mom
it.
is something that you've been chosen to do. It's your
Do-
assignment.
Hmm,
Is your assignment. Now, your gift is an expression of your assignment. Your gift cannot be your complete assignment. There's more to you than just your gift. There's more to me than just playing the saxophone.
hmm,
So, but my calling is what God eventually wants me to achieve with all the elements. So, the ability to edit, the ability to sing, the ability to be loving, your destiny, every of those things is what
hmm,
God now channels you. So God gives you every of those things to be able to achieve your just destiny, your ultimate goal in life, your God-given assignment, what you are God created you for. By
hmm,
the way, your assignment changes with times as well. So there's a
Mm.
God
Mm.
opportunity. Sometimes that's why if
Mm.
I decide now, I'm not thinking to be a politician, but maybe the reason
Mm.
why He's taking me through all of all these gifts and all these abilities, all these character development is to
Mm.
achieve a bigger goal.
Mm.
Maybe
Mm.
maybe he wants me to be a president. I'm not saying I want to be a president. Personally, I don't want to. But
What?
God probably was bringing me through all of that. Look at David.
Mm.
David was a musician,
Yes, sir.
originally a writer, a musician, a
Mm.
shepherd.
Mm.
Now, it was a man of many passion. He was a man of so much.
Yes, sir.
But guess what? He ended up he became a warrior. He became a general, and then he
Mm.
eventually became a king. Now,
Mm.
God took when at the beginning of his life, you would think, oh, he's a shepherd. Wow, he's a blessed shepherd. He knows how to talk to the animal. He knows how to work with the animals. Then he began to play his harp. Began to,
Mm.
oh wow. In fact, that was the reason why they called him to the palace, because
Mm.
bring me a skilled man. And who did they bring? David. Now, what I'm trying to say is, all of those gifts, all of those talents
Mm.
were meant for a bigger purpose, for him to rule
Mm.
Israel, the people of
Mm.
God. Of course, then the part where he killed Goliath showed the area, the war man, the warrior in him. So the difference between a gift is um that's how do I summarize it? A gift is a part of your destiny. A gift is a part of destiny. Destiny is a whole lot of things. God's given assignment. Why you live, why you exist, that is
Mm.
your destiny. But a gift is a part to accomplish the reason why you live.
Mm.
Makes any sense?
Mm. All right, sir. All right. So that means, because I hear people say, "Oh, the gift you have is whatever you have passion for is your gift,
Mm.
and that is like what you should be doing." So I just wanted to know, is it, are they different? Like gift, like you said, gifting, are they different from? Can I do gift without doing my calling? Can I do my gift, my talent, like I can sing? Can I just do that without doing what God has called me to do? Or
See, when people come to me and say, "Oh, I want to release album," first thing, you can have everything, but if you're
mm,
not called to it, you will waste your life. If you're not called to
mm,
that thing, you will waste your life. One of the things I advise people: has God called you to do what you're doing? And because God designed us. Hmm?
yes, sir. Mm,
Is our manual of our life. We will always go back to God. What have you called me to do? Is
to
this
do.
part of it? When you buy
Mm,
a new keyboard, a new system, there's a manual which shows you the makers, the manufacturer's intention for
mm,
creating that thing. In the
yes, sir.
same way and manner, we always will have to ask of God, is this what you want me to do? Yes, I might be good at, some people are good at so many passion. Why is that not
Mm,
their calling? Some people can talk,
mm,
save anybody, but God is not calling them to radio because it has
mm,
a bigger calling for them.
for
So
them.
sometimes it's not because you're gifted to do, doesn't mean that is your calling.
Mm,
I explained about David could have stayed at being a musician, or he could have
yes, sir.
remained at being a shepherd. But
Yes,
guess
sir.
what? Is that the destiny of God for him? His destiny was to rule the people of God, to be
Mm,
a king over Israel, a man
mm,
after that. So imagine if he stopped at, was he good at playing the harp? He was so good that that time the king sent for him. When people were
mm,
looking for the best musician, they went for David.
yes, sir.
Imagine if he said, okay, that was all about him. That is my destiny. This is my calling. That the kings are calling me, because the Bible says the king, your gifts shall make your a way for you.
Mm, for you.
All kings, anyways. So that's the ultimate. No, but your calling is beyond.
Mm,
Beyond your destiny. Your calling is beyond just that gift, because
mm,
what makes your calling is different aspects of your life.
mm,
That's
mm,
why a person who God will give is gifted but does not have a character, You notice
Mm.
where, so God will mold you through your different gifts. you know I've seen musicians who started as musicians who are doing great as software testers right now, but then
Wow.
but they started as musicians. Do you
Musician.
understand? God is taking through them through a journey. As their life unfolds, they begin to all this also the calling of God in their life. If you walk with God, begins to unfold. So your
Mm.
gift is not definitely just your calling. Your calling is bigger than your gift.
Wow, wow. So, what's my part as an individual in destiny and decision making?
Walk with God, my brother. Walk with God.
Mm.
You have to walk with God. That's your maker. You cannot decide your own destiny because
Mm.
you didn't make yourself.
Mm.
We decide we a lot of people fail because they decide their destiny. This is my destiny, but they're not chasing God. They're not. See, guess what? You might succeed to an extent on that thing that you call your gift, but if you were to see it from God's own perspective, you will
Yes,
see
sir.
that it's a it's a complete failure. If David has stopped, I'll keep saying using David because as a point, a case in point. If David has stopped as a musician or as a shepherd boy. Look at, I mean, imagine when he was called to the palace, he would have said, I'm a successful musician. This is what
Yes.
I'll just, all I'll be doing is to be playing for kings and let their demons. Maybe when the
Mm.
next king comes, I will still be there. But God is saying, now, I want you to go through all of those, be a musician, be skillful
Mm.
to write, be able to get into my heart so that for a bigger destiny, for my people, for the sake of my people,
Yes,
you
sir.
know yeah, so you have to always walk with God to know, as I am now, I'm still asking God, what would you have me do? I know I'm going my a purpose that you have given me, but is there a bigger purpose? Is there a bigger assignment?
Mm.
I'm always asked. So what you need to do is to keep asking God, until you are convinced in your spirit where He's taking you to.
Wow, wow, wow. Until you're convinced in your spirit where it's taking to
Yeah,
walking with God
yeah.
always.
Yeah,
Constant walking with God.
you have to. God is, eclectic. God will, if you may think, oh, things are looking so well with this is the end, but God is saying, look at this man. If you could just see, only if you could see, you know.
I want to ask a question, sir. How do you hear from God? How does God speak to you? Like someone who is trying to hear from God. How does God speak to you?
God speaks to people in different ways. There's no stereotype. What we have always had is, oh, my son.
My
Like the
son.
Bible, actually, you can hear. It also comes with walking with God. You can hear God directly. God will speak to your ears. You will hear.
Mm,
Like somebody
mm,
speaking to you, you can hear. You actually can have a conversation with God, at
mm,
some level. But you have to walk with God to that level. So also comes back to walking God, knowing the God that you worship, knowing the God that you're talking. Listen, if my son was to call me among so many children, Daddy, I know
wait
who
for a second. Mm,
you
mm.
must have that clarity as well. When your father is talking to you, you know that is the voice of my God
My
speaking.
sheep knows their voice.
If
My
I
voice. Mm,
There you go,
mm,
and at the end of the day, whether it's silent, whether it's loud, you
mm.
know that God is speaking to you. And you know
Yes, sir.
what? So God is a spirit, and those who must worship Him, those who must relate to Him, must worship Him or relate
In
to Him
spirit
in spirit and
and
truth.
in truth.
So
Mm,
there's no format like, oh, this is the format. It varies with individuals. Some people God speaks to them in dreams. Some people
mm,
God speaks to them directly. Some people God speaks to them. There are many ways God speaks to people. So you need to learn to work with God. You will be able to know how He speaks to you. When you've walked with Him enough,
mm,
that is God talking to you.
mm, mm, mm. Wow. If you would change anything in the gospel industry, what would that one thing be? If you can change anything in the gospel industry.
It's the industry, it's the structure, especially back home in Nigeria, where there's a major structure. that guarantees you, so that somebody's future is in a way guaranteed. We've had so many greats, but they're not doing well. They're not, they're probably being forgotten. But then even their royalties is not even speaking for them. So a structure to make sure that it is channeled well. It is truly an industry, as it is called, not just a ministry, but an industry, to the
Industry.
industry part of it. And also to see gospel ministers support each other. You
Hmm.
that is what I want to change. That's what I'd like to see. We don't really support each other. I've realized
Hmm.
as well. Maybe it's something that we have to be conscious of. You know, I was just thinking, I just released an album, but most of my friends, maybe not maybe they're not just thinking about it. They haven't even. If I ask many of my friends, and they probably haven't even listened to the songs.
Hmm.
And so they can say that about me as well. That needs to change. I just realized,
Hmm.
that wait a minute, you know, how many people, except a few people where the song just go, you're forced to hear it, but it doesn't start with friends. So we need as ministers to come together and support each other.
Support each other. Wow, that's powerful. So supporting each other,
Mm,
supporting each other. Now,
mm.
sir, if you would have your fans to remember you for one thing, what would you want them to remember you for?
Ah, that's serious. That I serve the Lord um unshakingly, like I
Hmm.
serve Him through and through, as um as a minister, as a child of God, as a Christian.
Hmm.
So I want to be remembered for somebody who left a mark, who has influenced his generation and
Hmm.
the generations to come
Hmm.
positively.
So, last question for today before we go to the next segment, which is the inspirational words, and go to the video.
Mm.
What is your advice to young music ministers, instrumentalists, vocal choir leader, worship leader? What's your advice for them?
I mean, most of it I've said in our conversation is make sure
Yeah.
you're called to do what you're doing. You're not doing whatever you're doing because somebody else is doing it and they're
Hmm.
succeeding. Are you doing it because you've been called to do that? That's the major advice that I'll give to young coming. And also learn to serve. You must serve because you should
Hmm.
be a follower before you become a leader. If you don't follow properly, how do you know how to lead people? You know what to expect as a follower, then you'll be able to lead people because you already know the expectations of following. So, yes, learn to serve, learn to follow, and then before you become a leader.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, sir, for being on the show. Next segment, quick. We'll give you a word. You inspire us with a word. We have like two words for you. So inspire us with the word. So inspire us with the word grace in just few seconds.
Grace, hmm, grace, they say, is unmerited favor.
Hmm.
Grace is working without walking like an ant and eating like an elephant. So
Hmm.
grace is something that you must ask for. Grace allows you, goes beyond what you can do by yourself, but what God can do. Grace takes you beyond the things that man can do for you, but what
Hmm.
God can do for you. So
Wow.
I hope that is
All right. The next one, sir. Inspire us with the word honor.
honor. Well, the first honor that comes to my mind, and based on the things have been, that have been conversations I've had this week, is to honor your parents,
Hmm.
honor your parents that it might be well with you. So,
Hmm.
and in everything that you do, always be able to honor your king, the one who made you, and also honor yourself because some people don't honor themselves and they want to be honored. The only way that
Hmm.
honored is to honor your maker. You honor him. That's why when I worship God, because Father, I exalt and I honor your name. Because if you don't
Hmm.
honor him, you cannot get the benefits of honoring God. If you don't honor is like respect. If you don't respect, you can get from
Hmm.
if you don't have expectations from you have expectations for somebody you honor. But if you don't honor that person, you can't get those expectations. I don't know if that make any sense, but you
Hmm.
have to honor God, and then every other part of your life, you so that you can also be honored.
Hold on. Wow, 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 wow. So to our last segment for today is
Mm.
a riddle. I'll ask you the question and you give us the answer. We have three options, lifelines. So the question is I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have nobody, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Again, I speak
Option
without a
I
mouth.
speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have nobody, but I come alive with wind. What am I? The options are A, headphone, B, music, C, echo.
Again, sorry. I speak.
The question is I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have nobody, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
That sounds like and my what are the headphones?
Headphones, A, headphones, B, music, C, echo. You can call a friend, sir. You can ask the audience.
Wait, so headphones. Okay. No, headphone doesn't hear music. I think I'll go for music.
Is that a final answer, sir? Oh, you want to take it? I should take it again. I speak without a mouth. I hear without ears. I have nobody, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
That's, and your option self don't even go. It's not like okay. I'll go with music.
Is that a final answer, sir?
Yeah, just tell me I missed it. Simple. Yeah.
The answer is echo. Echo, sir.
Uh-uh.
Echo, yes. I speak without a mouth. It has no mouth. It has no ears. It has no body, but it comes along with the wind.
Ojoro ni ejo. All right.
Okay, the next one, sir. I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?
Yeah, option now. I don't.
Options A, planet. B, map. C, frame.
Map ni. Map.
Map. Then the last was I come from a mine and get surrounded by wood always. Everyone use me. What am I? Options are A, rock, B, diamond, C, pencil lead.
Again, what's the question again?
Question is I come from a mine and get surrounded by wood always. Everyone uses me. What am I?
That's a pencil.
Options are A, rock, B,
Pencil.
diamond,
Pencil.
pencil lead. Correct, sir.
Hey, 2 out of 3, and we'll try.
Eh. So before you leave, sir, you will do a little a song for us. Before we go, we want to give you something special from us to you to say big thank you for being a blessing to the body of Christ, for being a blessing to humanity, from us to you here on the Havilah Show. We want to give you this. Just hold on, sir, and just take a and just let's watch this from us.
Ways are not our ways. Men say it's over, but you said I've just started. Lord, you're God, not a man. Lord, you're God, not a man.
That's from us to you, sir. And this is also, and I want to say thank you so much, sir, for being a blessing to humanity, for being a blessing to the body of Christ,
Thank,
to God's work. I want to say thank you so much, sir, from us to you. I appreciate you for your
thank you.
good job. I want to say thank you so much, sir.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we can send it to you, sir. Anyway, we just send our word.
Okay. No, voila. Excellent.
All right. So before we leave now, can you just do a song for us and we can
Okay.
enjoy you?
I'm trying to think about what song. I've been thinking about what song to do since. Uh, 1 second. Okay. Ah, let me think. This one is another favorite of mine. It's called Gashinan.
Wow. Wow.
It's one of the songs and songs of the spirit. So
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done it.
Wow.
Yeah. 1 second.
So to our viewers, please just download, just go check my uncle's song, check his songs out everywhere. You can listen. I listen to Yahweh. I love Yahweh.
Eh,
I love Yahweh.
okay,
I,
maybe I should do Yahweh.
no, no. This one you said, sir. We can do both now. Yahweh and this one, sir. Can
Okay,
this, sir. I so much love songs, lovely songs, and you
okay.
produce them. My God, I'm like whoa, whoa. I need to come and learn production from you, sir. I need to come and
Ah,
learn. Come and learn. Wow.
Gashina Namuna Sarking Aljana. Yeah, Nanu.
Wow.
Gashina Namuna Sarking Aljana.
Wow.
Gashina Namuna Sarki Jana Yanana Gashina Namuna Sarki Jana Yanana.
Mm. Mm.
Malekuna sama Suliberna
Mm.
Ismeche Toshina Ubangiji Malekuna sama Suliberna
Mm.
Ismeche Toshina Ubangiji Malekuna sama Suliberna
Mm.
Whoa, Malekuna Sama, Suyimuna, yes, Mecheto. Saki Ajana, yeah, Ajana, yeah, Saki Ajana, yeah.
Woo! Drums roll. The second song, sir. The second song, sir. More.
Uh, there's a bit of delay though, but I don't know if it was too
Yes, I can hear the delay here.
much. Okay, you said Yahweh, right?
Yahweh, yes. I think there's a sound there, sir. Yes. Yes. All right. I think it's the reverb, the delay. It, yes, I can hear. Yes, I can hear, but it's. I think the delay is. I think it might be. Yeah. There's like a crack noise there. I think it's the. Or can we use a standing mic, sir? Can we use it? Maybe we can use the other mic. Yeah, maybe we can use that. More, plenty anointing on the microphone, so he's giving us effect. In the too much anointing on it. Still, yes, I think maybe it's in the system network problem.
One, two, and I've turned off the one, two.
Yep. So to our viewers, hope you enjoy the show. To our viewers, thank you for being part of the show. And we still have my uncle, your Mike Aremu, my uncle Mike Aremu. All right.
One, two. Okay.
Yes, it's better now. Yes. I'll come and learn some production from you, sir. Hey, learn sound, learn. I do videos anyway, so I'll learn video, sound production. I'll learn saxophone. I'll learn. I want to learn everything. This lockdown, I must learn everything. So I'll come to your house. I'll visit you. So I'll sleep over. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this. We're so blessed, and thank you so much for being a blessing to us, to the body of Christ. You're such and you're we so much thank you for all that you've done in the gospel industry and to the body of Christ at large. We say
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you also for being on our show today on the Havilah Show. Here, I
Yes,
want to say thank you too so much for your time, for your precious time, for being on the show, and for the setup, for the sax, for playing. I want to say big thank you from us to you. We really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much.
Well,
And to our sir, you want to say something?
no, 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 it's all right. I'm good.
To our viewers, I want to say please just follow my uncle, Uncle Mike Aremu. I got him my uncle. Follow him, listen to his new songs. He produced all the songs, almost all the songs, did sequencing, did everything. Please just follow, download the songs, be
Sound
part
of the
of the
spirit.
song. Sound of my spirit, yeah. Listen to it.
SOS.
I love the songs. I love the songs so much. I listen to the songs. I listen to all the songs. I love Yahweh. I still played Yahweh this morning. I still played yesterday. I play with it. I sleep with it. I wake up with it.
Wow,
I
wow,
love the song
wow,
all the
wow.
time. Thank you so much for being a
Thank
blessing.
you very much. Thank you very much.
All
All right,
right, sir.
God bless.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so. Wow, that is my uncle, your Mike Aremu, my own uncle, Uncle Mike Aremu. Thank you too for joining us on this amazing show, the Havilah Show. We've actually used more than our time, but viewers, because of the network issue here and there, and that's why. Join us 5 p.m. today. We are going to laugh. We have MCRB in the building. Yee! Gee, it's going to be an amazing show this evening, 5 p.m. with our another guest. That's MC Habi. Abby will be live with us here in the studio. So don't go nowhere. Relax, enjoy yourself, and be back 5 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Thank you too for joining us on this show, and see you later this evening for the next show with our next guest, MC Abe. See you later.
are not our ways. Men say it's over, but you said I've just started. Lord, you're God, not a man. Lord, you're God, not a man.